how would I go home and tell people that, you know, we had mass on the beach? So we're sitting on a beach and we can have mass. We're in cafes and we're singing hymns and the waiters aren't batting an eyelid. Like, how do you go home and tell your friends that that was the best week of my life? Like, that changed my life in ways I could never, never explain. I think HCPT helps to put your life into perspective because you see things that you've never experienced. You see people and young people a lot younger than you going through things that you couldn't even imagine. And so coming home as, at that time, an 18-year-old, I thought something needs to change here because all I do at home is think about what I want and what I would like to do. And whereas when you go with HCPT, you're almost forced to put yourself last. You almost give yourself completely to other people, and the joy in that is indescribable.
I think being a young person, and Katie's a person of faith, it can be quite isolating because maybe some of your friends don't go to church or they don't do this or they don't do that, and so you can become quite isolated. But I think when you go to Lourdes, particularly with the Scottish Youth Group, you're there with like-minded young people from Falkirk and Glasgow and Edinburgh and things, and you realise there's people like you.
I actually remember on the Friday that we had a long lie and we were arriving about like maybe midday to the group. One of the wee girls came up and gave me a hug and was like, "Where on earth have you been?" And I think in that moment you realise you're like, I have been here to help these children like over this week, and that's a miracle that that wee girl who wasn't speaking to me on Monday is now wondering where I was. You're there for them, you're there to help them, you're there to love them, give all your time, energy, talents, gifts. But they change you and they help you in ways that you could never imagine. I actually think they change you in 10 times more than I feel I could ever give them.
Lourdes is there for everyone, and HCPT is that home for everyone, no matter your background, no matter where you're going, no matter where you've been. HCPT is that place where you'll find a family environment, and once you're in, that's you in for life. The only way I can describe Lourdes is I've never met someone who's went to Lourdes and been disappointed. I've only met people who have went to Lourdes and wished they'd went sooner. Your
life changes, your life shifts because you come home and you think, it's not about me anymore, it's not about what I want, it's about all these other people in life that you maybe hadn't thought about before, that are experiencing these things that you couldn't even imagine. And it's about, right, how am I going to put this into my everyday life when I come home? How am I going to live HCPT at home? It is really the best thing that I've ever done, the best experience I've ever had.